Nah, I'm gonna start at 8:28, I guess. So I guess we're live.
We're live.
We're live. And we'll actually be able to hit 8:30 properly this time. All right. And the project's open. Was there anything else on my checklist that I didn't do? Looking good. Oh, excuse me. And I should probably... I did miss something on my checklist. I didn't do that.
That ding thing always makes me think of an elevator.
Oh, yeah. And actually, one more thing. I just realized I don't have anything showing me what's actually happening on the chat.
It also has a weird kind of echo thing. Like, I never know, when I hear it, I never know quite where it's coming from.
Alright, well, I'm going to just do it on the web page, I guess. View on watch page. And give me the comments. And say 30. Hello, and welcome to another exciting episode of Cooking with Unity. I'm your host, Max Moreau, and with me is Jeffrey Hawthorne. How are you doing tonight?
Good, how are you?
And Phil is not in, but I'm doing fine, by the way. I didn't answer your question. Phil is not in right now. He may be in later, but he's working late tonight. You know, we're all doing the working late thing, evidently. So without further ado, let's go to the screen. So first of all, apologies. I don't have a second computer to do the chat stuff here, so I'm going to actually check things on the show, probably in real time. Maybe it'll be better anyway. And I'm just going to quickly check what questions we have at the start here. Melee collision for 2D, such as using as a sword instead of projectiles. I don't know any offhand, but maybe someone else in the channel does. I can definitely help you out with it, though. It's not that difficult to do. Typical method is ray casting, where you ray cast a small amount in front of you, and then you see if you hit the person. So, alright, cool. So, let's see what we're doing. So, on our last episode, where are we? So, we have designed level, and I'm going to switch my layout to 2D shooter vertical, and we're going to hit play. And I'm going to get rid of the maximize on play. Why does this keep coming back? Alright. So, we can move, we can shoot, we've got enemies, they're pretty easy. The power-ups drop, make the enemies even easier. Then we've got power-up stuff working, we've got enemies working, we've got a level design tool through Unity, basically. And we've got a boss. It's going to come up here in a second. Oh, that's something we could work on. We do need to fix up the boss, because right now we'll just pass the boss if we go long enough. And when you kill the boss, instantly it goes to the next level, and we
the
start...
enemies are significantly harder.
Yeah, much harder. Though not as hard as we had them in one build, so...
I forgot that it was changed.
Just barely. It's still hard. And then we'll see if I can even beat this guy.
Is the boss actually any different from the...
Now, the boss on this one is... Well, he takes more hits. Am I going to kill him? I got him! I killed him! I went to the next level, because if I had died, it would have done this. So I'm very happy with that. Cool. So that's what we've got. That's actually looking kind of like a game. It's crazy. Evidently hit return to reset caused the game to crash. Alright, write that down in your bug logs. I wonder if that's a 100% bug or a sometimes bug. So let's look at that real quick. And Game Manager, I think, is what does this. When we restart, it says application at load level, loaded level. Doesn't seem like that would cause much of a problem. Does it work? Oh, my layout is again messed up. I'm just curious. I'm just going to kill myself on the first level and see if it happens as a problem. Alright, let's return to reset. And it didn't reset. Weird. Wonder what caused that. Alright, it may be bug hunt time on this episode of Cooking with Unity. We'll see. I'm going to give it a couple more looks real quick, and then we'll move on to something else. Though I do like to make sure that things are actually kind of, sort of working. I'm going to do this, quit Unity, and come back in, and maybe it will remember my settings next time. Okay, that's looking better. Alright, so it's crashing on that. That's one of the simplest scripts, though. I guess we could just, for safety's sake, set game over equals false. Just in case, like, there's some reason that application load level takes more than one frame and then does something weird. I never thought it did, but I thought it blocked completely. So, press return, and it did it again. Well, at least it's 100%.
Are there any errors when you die and then stop it?
Let's find out.
Because maybe that's what's happening. Maybe there's some object that's missing.
Not seeing any
so now
errors.
Stop it from running.
Okay, stopped running.
And...
Oh, I know what it is. I know exactly what it is. You were right on the ball with this. Okay, so... Alright, it's official. I'm going to make it that we're not going to follow this bad habit ever again. Our boss character has a load level thing that he does as well. If you go to our so level part 1 boss wave, actually we need to go to the boss itself. Boss yellow. Okay. So boss yellow UFO has a enemy health, and then no, that's not it. Newish. No. Where? I swear that there's one that reloads the level somehow when they die. Oh, maybe it's in the boss wave. Oh, there it is. Load level on destroyed boss wave. So as soon as this gets destroyed, it decides to load designed level 2. And I think somehow it queues these up and we end up in an infinite loop where it just starts loading levels in ways that it's not supposed to. So let's actually make this not work that way. What we're going to do is I'm going to make Game Manager have a call called void load level on destroy. Actually, we don't want to use on destroy. That's our problem. Load level's fine. So
we're going to have it after some kind of an animation eventually, but for now we could just move it to the check for the boss health that tells it to destroy. And call it there instead. Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably a better way of doing it. So if we go to enemy health... Okay, so it says dead. We could actually just do it in here, I guess.
It's shared with all of the regular...
Yeah, it's shared with everything. So, but what do we send? We send dead. All right, perfect. So what we can do is... But it only sends the position, so that's not terribly useful. Alright, I'm just going to hack it in for right now. So, public string load level on death. And then what we're going to do here is we'll just... application.load level and load level on death, and then finally we make sure that if load level on death, so we could do it based on whether it's an empty string or we could do it based on null. I think it's usually safer to do both, just in case. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually use a string function, which is system.string. They've got a nice one, is null or empty. So what that means is if the string is null or is empty, it will load the level. So this is considered an empty string. This would be a null string. This would be a null string.
So we want if not is null or empty.
Oh, yeah, thank you. Want the opposite of what I put in there. All right, so hitting play. Wait, I need to get rid of. Yeah, we need to actually.
But this should show us if it's not going to crash anymore.
Well, not yet because I didn't remove the thingy, or did I?
I think so. It was in script. The on death, on destruction, on destroy game object.
Yeah. Okay.
Boss wave.
Yeah, I got rid of the script. Okay, cool. So what do we need to do on the boss? Yellow UFO newish. No, boss yellow UFO. I think this is the one we want. Okay, so good. We have 2 UFOs. That's nice. So this one will load. What's the name of our levels? Designed level 2. Designed level 2. And then this one will be designed level. So, so again, in the future, don't use, just learn from my mistakes, learn from my laziness, and don't use on destroy for pretty much anything, because there's a huge class of bugs that are attributed to that based on things like this. And I really should have known better and shouldn't be showing bad practices to people. There's good places to use on destroy, but generally for game logic, you should probably avoid and code something a little bit more explicit, just because on destroy gets called in almost any case. Where, if you stop playing, on destroy gets called. So let's see if this loads another level when I kill him. If I can do so without dying. And it did, yay! And let's see if it fixed our crash. So I'm going to die here. Yay, it works. We don't even checkpoint it at levels. It's horrible. You get 1 life to go through the whole game. Lives would be something else to add, though we've done that a couple times before. Though we've done a few of these things before that I want to do tonight. So, I don't know. Do you have any special requests? Actually, let's see if there's anything that people are saying.
Well, I think we should get the boss to stay with the player instead of having the player just pass the boss if they don't kill him fast enough.
Let's work on that while YouTube is refreshing. So, so we want the boss to actually stay. So currently, all right. What I am going to do is I'm going to create a new script. We're going to do something I don't think we've done on the show before. I'm going to create a new script, and we're going to call it parent object set parent what should this actually be called, because it's not on anything.
What is it actually going to do?
Okay, so what it's going to do is I'm going to use this as, what did they actually call them? If we open up an animator window, and an animation window actually rather. So I'll just put this somewhere. I don't know where. We'll put it here, and we'll get rid of this. So you can actually have, on our animations here, if we go to something that has an animation like our boss, you can actually set up events here. I claim that you can, but I'm failing at it.
Does it have to be checked out or something? Maybe it's read-only?
Oh, I don't think that would matter. Unity usually blows everything away. And actually, I'm pretty sure I changed it so... Well, maybe I did that on the other project. Let's find out. Yeah, I don't think it's a read-only problem because I've been able to save previously on these files. So,
well, you can save script.
I'm going to bring it into the scene. Maybe you have to have it in scene to do this. There we go. Okay, so that was the problem. So, we can right click up here in this space above all the keys and do add animation event. So I'll say on event. That's what I'm going to say. Even though, I don't know. Parent. Actually, I'm going to call it parent set parent event. That's what we'll call it. I'm going to quit this thing out. Yes, we'll save that. All right, so set parent event. What all this will have is just a function, and this one will have just a single event in it, just a single function called set parent. Okay, it's not going to be a single function. So public void public string, no, public transform. I don't want to call it parent.
New parent.
New parent. All right, so what we'll do is, all this will do is transform.parent equals new parent. So this is a function that's not called in any way, shape, or form anywhere in the script. So when we attach this to an object, it effectively does nothing unless we call it externally in some way. So we're going to put this on our boss. I'm going to put it on the second boss too. And we're going to bring our, well, we actually already have a copy of the boss out here, and it should now have set parent event already on it there. So we're going to, actually I don't want to do it as a transform. I'd rather it find the gameplay area dynamically, because this is going to be a prefab that's spawned in, so we want to actually find something in the scene. So let me just really quickly change that script. So we're going to go with string, new parent name, parent tag, that's what we'll call it. And then transform new parent equals game object dot find game object with tag new parent tag.
Well, the tag's never going to change. It's always going to be the gameplay area, right?
In this case, yes, but we can use this in a more generic fashion if we have this feature. So I guess we could make one set parent to gameplay area event or something that just does it directly. But I'm going to go with this for right now. So, oh, can't convert for between. Okay, so the error is cannot implicitly convert type game object to transform. And what that means is game object.find game object with tag obviously returns a game object. If we mouse over this, we can find out, see, public static game object. So we want to actually say dot transform here, so that it actually matches the type that we were using. All right, so what we're going to do now is Boss.yellow UFO should already have the script on it. We're going to actually tag the gameplay area with a new tag, gameplay area. And then we are going to take our gameplay area and we're going to tag it. And then on the Boss.yellow UFO, we're going to set this to gameplay area. I'm going to apply. Then finally, let's see. So how does this guy work? So he starts off at slow rotate, which is actually just a function. We'll create an intro for him, I think. So maybe you shouldn't even activate. Maybe you should just scroll in and not move. No, he should be able to move. Alright, well, we'll do it as an animation, and it'll just be a very empty animation to start. So I'm going to create a new clip. We're going to call this boss intro. And we ran into this problem last time we were doing this, didn't we? The problem is these don't work from a relative perspective. So what'll happen is the boss is going to snap back into a position. So what's the best choice? What's the best workaround for this? Let's not do it this way. Let's do it this way, but not actually animate him for right now. We'll just have him be on a timer of some kind. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this up as a 1 second animation. So we're going to add a curve. Actually, not a curve. We don't even want a curve. All we're going to do is at the end of 1 second, we're going to add an animation event. And this event we'll call set parent. And so now, when this plays at the end of this animation, it will set the parent. And what I'm going to do is... So we have two layers on this. We have move around and we have this base layer. And I want the boss to be shooting when he comes on the screen, because we're not going to animate a fancy intro. He's just going to slide onto the screen like he's doing now, but then we want him to stay on the screen afterwards. So I'm going to delete this from here and move around. So let's make him not move around until the intro's done, but he'll shoot. So we're going to bring in... Where's our new clip? Wait. What happened to our... Oh, it's because I deleted it. That's right. So if we go to boss intro, we'll drag this on here, and now we've got a new state. We're going to set this as the default state, and we're going to have it transition into move around. I'm going to make the transition, remember we can be picky and just set it to 0 duration, 0 transition offset, so it'll just snap into the new one. And we'll switch it back to non-debug so that we can set our conditions. That didn't scroll me. And this one will just be exit time 1.0. So when this is done, it goes on to the next state. Also, what will happen is when this is done, it will have called the function at the end there. I'm going to do... We'll see if this works first. So, what do we have going on? So we've got the boss info, gameplay area set. So this is set as 1 second, which means that we can use speed to adjust it slower or faster. I'm just going to do that for right now. So how long do we need for him to come in? So let's actually time it out.
What's the happy apps?
Hey, it's Phil! How's it going, Phil?
Good.
Wait, why? Oh, there's a boss. The boss spawns right where I'm at. Okay, let's not do that.
I am going to be a boss.
We fixed the crashing on
Wait,
respawning the player.
Is this the right one of these things? What's this thing?
Yes, an old school one.
How's this thing work?
It's an iPad 1.
Try to. Oh,
I gave Chris
geez.
my iPad,
Oh,
whatever
that's
it
nice
is,
of you.
for, and took his one. Because all I really use it for is, like, a list of things I need to do before my show. So...
Fair enough.
So...
You were using an iPad 4 for that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that and playing FTL repeatedly, which I can't even do on the iPad 1. So
That's a good game.
2, 3, 4. Okay, so that was about 8 seconds. I didn't start counting early enough. Might be a little bit longer than that. Let's do 10 seconds. So we'll just do 0.1, and let's see if this works. So
How do you YouTube?
I just realized that it looks like it didn't work.
I don't
The
know.
boss
what's
didn't
happening.
actually stop moving. He should have done it after 1 second.
Did you know there's a channel on YouTube called Cooking with Dog?
I did. Yes, I did know about that. Actually, I know about it very well because when I go to look for my own channel, it comes up way earlier and is probably way more popular for a lot of reasons.
Did you set up the tag?
I did, actually. And if I hadn't set up the tag, we would have gotten a
Error.
null reference exception.
I'm signing into.
Though I didn't exactly look to see if we had a null reference exception. I didn't notice it in the corner, though.
Sorry for just hijacking your iPad here, but I want to know what people are saying.
Oh, perfect.
If anyone's saying anything at all.
All right, so
He was invisible for.
why is there two bosses?
Load faster.
Okay, so he definitely didn't parent to that thing. So we didn't get any debug output on that. All right, so let's see. So I've run into this before with triggers, especially when using the mechanim state machine stuff. I'm gonna check his little animation here. And actually, let's put debug log here. It's like debug.log totally setting parent.
Oh god.
Save. Alright. And I'm going to bring in our boss yellow UFO again. Yeah, he can be in the gameplay area for right now. Who cares? And what we're going to do is we're going to look at his boss intro animation. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to create...
Oh, won't it let me do? Oh well.
So the problem I think that's happening is I think it says function not supported. I think it's lying to me about that. Even though it says function not supported, I don't actually think the problem. What I think is happening is I think it's trying to blend from the last frame into this frame and then not deciding to call the function. I'm going to give a shot to just creating a BS curve real quick. So we're just going to say his position is totally changing. And we're going to move this in a frame. Actually, let's move it way in.
We had a hello from Russia.
Cool. Hello back to Russia.
No, they said peace and then gone, I think.
Awesome.
So,
Yes, peace indeed.
yes.
I love Russia. Wait, what's that? Oh, that was the...
Sideways.
I'm so
Yeah.
excited, by the way,
Why are you so excited?
because I bought an inappropriate painting last night.
You bought an inappropriate painting. Is
Yeah,
this
I
your
can't
first
really-
inappropriate painting?
Yes, I bought it from a friend, and I can't really describe what's happening in the painting, but you could look at it. It's just mildly inappropriate, really. You can look at it at my Twitter.
Is it mildly inappropriate like your ringtone, or mildly inappropriate like...
I'll show you a picture, and you will see, and then you can judge.
All right, so he's not... Okay, so it worked. Although when we set the parent, he disappeared, and that's because I think he's still actually there right now. If we pause this right now, yeah, he's definitely still shooting. Somehow, wait, I thought when set parent is called, it doesn't... Yeah, he's in the gameplay area now.
Yeah. So you could look at it if you want to. Tell me if that's inappropriate or not. What's going on in the head area?
It's a little inappropriate. I don't know. It's art.
Yeah.
I would qualify that as art.
Yeah, I would too.
So check his Twitter, folks. If you don't know what his Twitter is, it's
Magma Lemur.
Magma Lemur, yeah. I was going to say Pro Softworks. That's the wrong one. So,
I do own that one
so
as well.
Boss Yellow UFO, here he is. And now he's all super unhappy for some reason. And on his
Is
side.
it truly, truly, truly outrageous, though?
If I pull him out of here, he's still on his side. If I put him back in there, is he still on his side? Huh. Well, at least that did seem to solve the problem, but yeah, I don't know why he's twisting around when we're saying parent. Usually Unity, when parenting, will automatically take into account.
I think it's because the position and rotation are actually set by the animation.
Good point. Very, very good point. So that's easily fixed. Let's fix that. We're going to go to boss yellow UFO. And we're going to... Remember when we were doing this one time on a previous episode? Yeah, well, we're doing it again. So we're going to make it so...
Make it so.
Engage.
I'm going to say 0 here. We're going to create a parent. Create empty game object. Wait, where's empty game object? There, create empty. I'm going to call this boss yellow UFO parent this time. And we're going to put boss yellow UFO in here. And I'm going to... I don't like calling it parent.
Parent?
Yeah, we'll call it parent. Whatever.
Is it technically the parent?
Yeah.
Rotation.
Then it's fine.
Yeah, we'll just call it parent. There needs to be a fancy name for when you create a game object at a hierarchy above something else strictly for the purpose of having the animations be in local space.
Not to be confused with loco space.
Indeed. So I'm going to copy component on... So the problem with this is the set parent event. All right. All right, we have to add one more thing to do this. So we're going to have to make it so that...
Well, you wanted this to be a generic thing earlier, so what you could do is put a different... Put the parent in the gameplay area with the correct rotation. It would be like a boss.
Wait, do what? Sorry.
Create a game object with the correct rotation, put it in the gameplay area, and then instead of parenting it to the gameplay area, parenting it to the rotation that's in the gameplay area.
Oh, as a workaround? Yeah, that would work.
So that the script can still be a generic case.
Well, this still can be generic. All I'm going to do is add a target. So, if target is not equal null, or rather, if target equals null in this case, and else. Copy that whole thing, and else we're going to do target.parent. So now what we can do is on him, we'll just keep the script on him, and we'll give the target of boss yellow UFO parent. And so this will make it so that this is the thing that gets parented to the gameplay area, even though it doesn't have the script on it. That way we don't have to shuffle around what's calling this function. It still says function not supported, and it's lying. I've seen it lie before. That's the only reason that I knew that it was lying.
Why would it lie to you like that?
I don't know. The first time I discovered it was lying, it took me like 30 minutes because I had to check and recheck that I wasn't doing something stupid.
What's on the super parent of the
Super parent.
The boss yellow UFO?
Nothing. Zilch. Nada. That's all that's in there. So...
And its child is what's being moved to the gameplay area.
No, it's the child is moving the parent to the gameplay area. So, here, I'll show you how it works. 90, and this may just work. Today has been a bug fix day.
Yeah, that's a good
Brought
thing.
to you by Cooking with Unity. I agree. I actually kind of like bug fix days.
Squashing bugs is a good thing.
So it's good practice anyway to power through this stuff, just because I don't know.
Well, everyone's going to have to go through and fix bugs at some point.
Exactly. There's no such thing as a bug-free game. So.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. There's not bug-free software. That's also ridiculous.
All right, so here comes the boss. He slides in. He's sliding in. He's sliding in. And he stopped moving, which means that he totally did his thing. And now he is messed up somehow. Okay, so he's not messed up. He's doing his movement stuff. But he teleported probably because I did something stupid in his animation. Remember how I said that we needed to change the animation to fix that problem? Well, I think my choice of placeholder stuff was very poorly chosen because it has position data in it. So, what's the best kind of curve to put in here that wouldn't affect the position? I guess I could just make sure that everything's zeroed. Well, wait, it is zeroed. That's scarier. Does move around start at 0, or does it start at... Nope, it starts at 0, y of 5. Okay, that would explain it. So we can either set the other animation to... God, I feel like I'm doing too many workarounds here, but... move around, pause intro. It would be nice if this thing... Okay, I'm going to try a different way of doing this. Since we know that the problem is because of Mechanim messing with us a little bit, I'm going to put this at the end again. We're going to put it at 1 second. We're going to go into the animator, and I'm going to make it so this transitions actually slightly after the first loop of the animation. Yeah. And let's see if that works. Oh, and I did it again.
Oh, I didn't want that.
I'm going to apply this.
Why would you
delete that?
Try to kill me like
Hit
that?
play.
Safari YouTube?
So, Safari. Yeah, Safari's probably not the best choice for YouTube viewing, unfortunately.
You're telling me.
The other problem is if we install... You could probably install Chrome on that and have a better time. Go ahead and do that, but at the same time...
I'm already too deep.
You're already too deep?
Mm-hmm.
All right. I can also bring them up on the monitor here. I've been doing that earlier.
No, I'm already commenting.
Oh, okay, cool.
But I'm just talking about art, painting. That painting.
That painting, okay.
But I'm not saying exactly
You just
what
hijacked the whole show. You come in late and hijack the whole show to talk about some painting thing.
Yeah.
Is this an art show? Technically, yes.
Yeah. Absolutely.
All right, so it still jumped. And the reason it still jumped, I think, is because despite the fact that we're not setting a position... But it actually worked. So the trick of making it slightly longer does work.
Stop it.
I'm going to change the move around animation so that it starts at 0, which is something I probably should have done a long time ago.
The move around you animation?
Yep. Move around. So it goes from 5 to something else. We just dragged this thing around, didn't we?
Pretty much, yeah.
We didn't even drag it around.
No, we just kind of let it do its thing.
All right, well, I'm just going to start at 0. Let's see how it looks when I do that.
And it has to end at 0.
Okay, so we'll make this
Or does
0.
wait? It goes into something else.
No, this one loops.
Oh, okay.
All right, let's make it so that...
Make it so. So are we going to just like...
Let's just leave it. Let's just
I
do
think
that.
it's fine the way it is. And it starts at 0. It does not end at 0.
It now does, yeah.
Oh, it does?
It does both.
Fantastic.
It does
Did
all
you
those
see the
things.
poem that someone left on Cooking with Unity?
No.
I'm going to put it on the screen.
I would like to see this.
Poem screen turn on.
It's you?
What?
Poem screen turn on.
Okay, I'm not going through that anymore. It's in the comments. It's just right at the beginning.
Of
Commented
this one?
on. Yeah, it's this. There you go. Cooking with Unity. You know the drill. Enter the CAPTCHA. Host smacks and Phil.
That's fantastic. I do love CAPTCHA.
He does.
I don't really love it, actually. It's kind of a love-hate relationship,
Yes,
really.
it's actually terrible.
Yeah, I really hate CAPTCHA. Now that I'm thinking about it, it's kind of bumming me out.
All right. So we're killing enemies.
No questions in the chat or anything? Chatters? Chatty chatters? Chatty Cathy chatters? Chatter? I don't know what I'm saying
Chatty
anymore.
McChatterton.
Chatty McChatterton. don't even know anymore.
All right, we're at the boss finally, and
I am a boss.
he moves in, and he properly parented and started moving around.
Wait, let's watch his other.
Let's watch him. Okay.
I
Make
really
sure
like
he
that
transitions
phase.
through all of the animations back into, or loops through them all.
Well, he should. I mean, there's 2 separate layers.
Look at him doing his little shimmy.
Yeah, it looks like it's working.
Well, I want to see what it does after that. What does it do after that one?
I'm going to see if I can beat level 2 now. Oh, although I have to change the other boss too. Hold on.
There you are. Look at that. Yeah, it is looking like it's working. That's pretty
So
sweet.
what's UFO level 2 have different? Okay, that's interesting. I must have already done that. I must have just dragged that in while I was dragging things in. So, enemy health, he has more health, and then he loads a different level. That's pretty much the only difference. So I'm going to duplicate this. I'm going to call it 2. We're going to...
Willie has a question. Says, "What have you done with Danny Martin?"
What have I done with Danny Martin? What haven't I done with Danny Martin?
I don't know. Let's look at the question.
I don't know.
It has exclamation
What did you
points
do
and
with
question
Danny Martin?
marks. That sounds like a weird
Now, when you say
question.
Danny Martin, are you talking about
Which-
Adam or are you talking about Dog
Danny.
Boy?
Yeah. Which one are you talking about? Are you talking about Danny or are you talking about Adam?
Like, are you talking about the real Danny Martin or the real Danny Martin?
Are you talking about Danny Martin or the real Danny Martin?
I wonder how Danny would feel about his name being said on this show like 45 times. Couldn't be any worse than Danny Martin talking about Danny Martin, though.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
someday we may fill you guys in on that one.
But
not
probably
today.
not.
But not today. So, set parent event, gameplay area, that's fine. So, UFO 2 was 2,000 health, so I'm just going to make this one 2,000 health. And we're going to save this scene, save the project, go into level 2, and make sure that boss 2 is set to the new prefab. So, boss wave, we want to spawn.
I got an error that says too many comments.
That's great. Thanks, YouTube.
I thought that we fixed that.
Well, okay, so I fixed that on your account.
Yeah,
Maybe
I'm
it's
on my account.
Oh. I don't know. I fixed the spam thing. I'm not sure if I fixed the... I don't know. That's stupid. Save scene, save project. Alright, I want to see if I can beat level 2. I'm excited. Because now it's actually probably possible now.
You're not going to go through level 1.
Actually, it was possible before. I guess I technically... No, I'm going to skip just to level 2. And also, we need to fix something else. Well, we don't... Well, we do need it, but like our power-ups go away between levels right now, which is
Yeah.
kind of sad.
Apparently I can't post any more comments.
That's dumb.
I agree.
Well, Phil is reading you guys.
not
He's just
stopping.
not talking. He's not stopping. Why is he not stopping? No reference exception.
Apparently you found a null reference.
Oh, I know what was wrong. We didn't set gameplay area
And he
to
didn't accept
be
it.
gameplay area here on the level 2. On the level 2. All right, listen to me. So let's try that again. Phil,
Yeah.
start talking. Fill up
Oh,
the time.
I'm sorry. I was trying to get comments.
Oh, okay.
I was at work a lot today. That was what I did. Doop-a-dur.
Well, good. I'm
Yeah.
glad. I'm glad you were at
It was a
work.
work-tastic day.
Sorry that you had to work late, but
Ah,
it
it's okay.
happens.
I don't mind too
It still
much.
didn't work.
What happened
And
there?
you killed him pretty fast.
How did he die?
Did he die?
I don't think he did.
I'm confused. It's like you went to the next level when it changed its state.
What just happened there?
Yeah, what is right?
Oh.
What happened?
Why didn't that happen on the previous one? Because I think No, it's on death that we call it now. Oh, I know what happened.
Every
I know
so many
exactly what
comments,
happened.
He has to log in again.
So remember we had that crash
yeah.
on the game. Well, you don't
there it
remember,
is.
but so we have this load level and destroy script, which shouldn't be here because it was causing a crash anyway. But what happened was this gets called when this thing gets destroyed, and our spawn wave, we make it so that if there's no enemy count, we destroy it. And so what was happening is the parent was changing. It was just like, oh, I'm no longer part of you. And this boss wave was like, oh, I don't have any children. I'm gonna load the next level. I'm gonna kill myself. Actually, I'm gonna kill myself, and then I'm gonna load the next level. So we're going to remove this script, and we're gonna hit play. All in a day's work, or in hours, whatever you need
for the 2D platforms.
There's a lot of requests for the 2D platforms. I think I may have to go back to 2D
It looks
platforming.
like I think we should.
And when I say go back to it, I mean like not continue the one that we started, but actually like start fresh, because that one was started when I didn't know anything about the 2D tools. I know a lot more about the 2D tools now. All right, so now we're fighting the boss. We're fighting the boss. He didn't stop. Why hasn't he? Did stop.
It says the person commenting said.
Why did he stop so low?
The area moves a lot faster than level 1.
Oh, good point.
Oh, that makes sense.
And this shows you why hard coding values is a pain.
It also says that most people, other tutorials stop after character controllers.
Destroy him with those rockets.
They stop after character controllers, and what do you guys want to see?
I don't know. What do you
Like
guys
what's
wanna
after
see?
character controllers?
I don't know.
You tell me.
I don't know.
Maybe that's the first and only thing they do, and then they go on to some other project.
It's possible.
I'm going to
That
show
is
you how to make a
possible.
2D game. Here's the character controller. Okay, on to something else.
And then also AI for 2D enemies.
Well, it depends on your definition of AI, whether that's easy or not. If you're
Well,
talking Mario Brothers, yeah, it's easy.
If you're talking not Mario Brothers, then not so much.
Well, no, I mean there's a lot of 2D games that have
I
really
know.
bad AI.
The
Not
Mario
bad AI.
Brothers is moving forward until you hit a wall and then move the other way.
Alright, I'm gonna save this stuff. I'm going to save project.
I don't think Metroid... It's been a while since I played any of the Metroid games, but I don't recall them having
There are more complex AI in that
more
game.
complex
like
than
things
Mario,
that-
but I don't recall them being
sign patterns
really
and things
complex
like
for
that.
AI.
AI that drop when you're in range and
So-
things like that, and then track on your character.
So what I'm changing here is I'm going to the
Still
second
pretty
level
simple,
boss,
though. It's not like
and what we're doing is I'm just
it
making
doesn't
it.
put the intelligence in artificial intelligence.
It's called artificial idiocy. Everyone knows that. Because that's the honest truth. Because if you make an Unreal Tournament bot, you can make them perfect. And
Yeah, you
no one
can.
wants to play against perfect. So we're going to make this 0.05, because I think we double the speed on the second level.
Seems right.
And then we're going to delete this. I just figured I'd just fix that bug. So now the boss should actually kind of lock into a proper position.
Sounds like a good plan.
So the thing is, when I'm doing this show, like, I try to show good ways of doing things, and sometimes I don't know what the best way of doing things is until I do it, and I want to encourage people to actually do that, to experiment, because you get the best results with experimentation. Sometimes just going by what people say online, or just reading what someone else does, or just copying whatever other people do. It's still way down there. Wait, why?
Now it's
oh,
even farther.
Yeah, that was the wrong direction. I'm stupid.
Should it actually be instead of 0.5?
It should be 0.2 as opposed to 0.05.
Why should it be 0.2?
You'll see in a second. So, animator, boss intro, the speed of the animation
Aha.
needs to be faster as opposed to slower. So yeah, the thing is, still left that boss in there again.
I'm going to be a boss.
So, the thing is, sometimes we figure out better ways to do things while we're doing the show. But the other thing is, like, sometimes the situation dictates what's good or bad, and you can try to avoid bad situations based on your previous experience. And so you have to experience a lot of things. And I never guarantee that we're going to have the best way to do things, but I'll show you a way to do things, and I try to show you other ways to do things in other episodes, so that, like, eventually you'll have a good tool chest that you can go to There, that looks better. The boss stopped and started being a boss.
Doing its thing up at the top of the screen, which is good.
Could try and beat him.
Ooh, do those missiles not actually track the boss?
They don't.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Yep. He's got an anti-missile system.
Like
I totally programmed that. You saw when he programmed the anti-missile system.
Mm-hmm. He launches flares. They're invisible.
Yes, they're invisible flares. They're not invisible. They're there. They're just sideways. No.
They're visible to heat,
Yes.
but this screen doesn't show heat. That's in the other camera.
And he
Willie
launches
wants to
them
know if you can make
fourth-dimensionally.
a Braid-style platformer that centers around multiplayer and networking.
No. Time manipulation in multiplayer is kind of tough.
Yeah, time manipulation would be fun, actually.
It would.
Mm-hmm.
It's been
But
done
not
in a
so much
couple of
multiplayer.
multiplayer games. Well, one. It's been done in one multiplayer game that I know of.
And that game is?
Fear 2 had a deathmatch mode.
How does that work in multiplayer?
They just made it so that it's basically like... What's the game mode where... I don't want to say the schoolyard name for it. It's the game mode where someone is the powerful dude, and then when you kill them, you become the powerful dude. And when you have the when you're the powerful dude, you can slow down time, and everyone has to abide by it.
Oh, interesting.
So
that's kind of not what I would have expected, but that's interesting.
it's an easy solve for the situation.
I knew everyone would have to
no
gone
other
down in time wise.
Yeah.
Unless you have this weird delay factor.
Well, you could,
Which you could
accelerate
do, actually.
some of the players close to the speed of light, and it might work. But I don't think we have the tech for that yet.
You could theoretically slow down networking for one person and then speed everyone back up when they come out of it. But that could
Actually,
be
what game had that? I don't know what game had that. I know I have a game design actually. In one of my documents, I think the exact terms I put. Okay, this isn't going to be the exact terms, but close to exact terms was like time killers, except for have it so that the fatality is freeform and it happens with slowed time, and then also have
that could be cool.
I wanted to have some sort of early death move you could do where
Apparently those
where it's
were
a paradox.
separate requests.
Oh, were they?
Oh, he did say but there was a question mark there,
okay.
and I didn't. Yeah.
So what's that? A braid style game or a
multiplayer networking.
Okay, that makes more sense.
Actually, I think.
And what does the slow time connect to? Braid or multiplayer?
It connects to
Braid.
Braid, yeah, because Braid is a slow time game.
Well, actually,
So
it's just a
there's-
time manipulation
Yeah,
game.
yeah.
So they weren't asking about slowing time in multiplayer?
No, they won't.
No, but that would be cool. Actually, I'd enjoy seeing someone execute that.
It depends on what kind of game it is. Some games would be kind of easy to slow time in Unity if everyone... Well, depending on what you're doing. I mean, if it's a shooter or something, then you'd have to manage your own delta times.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And you'd have to build them into the weapons and
We had a
anytime
rate-
that
a
you
request.
people and stuff.
anytime
But
that
if
you
it's-
build times management stuff, you have to do that.
We have a request
Well,
for
if
the
it's
shooter.
if it was like a puzzle game and everyone shared the same time, then all you'd have to do is update the time scale, the current time scale on everyone's.
Yeah, you could get away with that in most cases. The problem I had is, and I actually shipped a game like that where you just adjust time scale on things, and I even use time scale for pausing. But the problem is, a lot of times you'll want to have an animation when something's paused, or you'll want to have something happening like the UI should update even though time is slower
yeah.
and things like that.
Yep.
It becomes difficult.
So they have a request for this one of a Raiden 2 style Bezier curve homing laser. Oh, that's
I want
that
to
is
do
the
it so bad. Can we
that
do
is
that
the
in 8 minutes?
crown jewel of Raiden.
We can't do that in 8 minutes.
No, we cannot. We could probably think about doing that next episode though if we do this again.
Oh,
This
that would be
shooter.
fun.
I would love to see that. That would make my day because that's one of my favorite things in shooters. I really, really like that part of Raiden.
I'm gonna pull up a Raiden video.
I hope people know what that looks like.
I think Raiden 3 had it,
It's great to see it in motion.
and I'm just going to. Actually, I'm just gonna search for Raiden 3
Purple.
laser.
Mm-hmm.
There's a Bezier curve. Isn't there a free Bezier curve plugin?
It might be.
I think there's there might be a free one. We'll probably look at plugins for that. Although I wasn't planning on actually using a Bezier curve, even though everyone keeps saying Bezier curve.
Reversing time is the hard part. Theoretically, reversing time.
Reversing time is super hard.
Yeah.
Really, really, really hard. And because you have to track everything that's happened, or you have to have some sort of backwards deterministic system.
That's
in
what
Unity,
Braid is
you're going to have to
actually so
track
impressive.
it. In Braid, I think they track.
I'm sure they do.
And then they have to do some. Why? Okay, purple laser doesn't help us. Let's just scrub. I'm going to turn off the sound, and I'm just going to scrub and see if I find some purple lasers. But yeah.
But this is a commercial.
This is indeed a commercial. So evidently, I'm giving Bad Teacher some commercial on my show. I haven't seen the show.
Wow, that's a scary looking squirrel.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Classic Game Room, for letting me browse your video for a moment here. I'm using it for educational use, fair use. Please understand.
I don't understand. Whoa. Thought I saw it.
I don't see any purple lasers. I see the blue laser. I see the spread shot.
Yeah, that was a curving laser. Is there another kind of laser that
Well,
curves
blue
like
laser
that?
will slightly curve when you're moving.
Yeah.
But that's about it.
Wait.
It's not to the extent of the purple laser.
No, that's the one that you
was
move
curving while
around.
it was moving.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's just
I'm not
search
seeing
one more
it.
time. No one likes the purple laser, evidently, even though I thought everyone liked the purple laser. Someone on my channel liked it enough to be like, "Hey, there's a purple laser." I'm tired of doing this.
So I had that elliptical orbit
right.
thing, and next time I'm going to have a Bezier curve laser thing, because I think I can do it pretty quickly.
Let's just see
At
if
least
I can
using the
find
Bezier
an
curve
image of
plug-in. I don't know.
the purple laser.
What's the green thing?
Is it not
Green's
Raiden 3? Is it like a different Raiden
Try
game that
Raiden
has
2.
it? Raiden 2.
Specifically Raiden 2. Yeah. I bet you'll see a lot of them on Raiden 2. There you go. There's purple laser.
Yay, purple laser.
That
Purple
curves.
laser is awesome.
Yeah, it's wild to see in motion. It's really, really fun how they did it.
Oh, it says search Raiden 2 purple,
Yeah.
ATB, and go to 6 minutes.
ATB.
ATB,
6 minutes.
6 minutes. Thank you, audience. I appreciate it.
Man. Skipping 3, 2, 1.
Go.
6 minutes. Perfect.
So here's the laser, and see how it like locks onto enemies and kind of like curls around and does really cool stuff.
Does it go through multiple enemies?
Oh,
Is
yes.
that why it's curling around?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's really awesome.
Yeah, you pretty much can just like start firing.
Why would
and
they
almost
remove that in
forget.
Raiden 3?
I think
Because
I could
they
do that
hate
with
everything.
A,
Yeah, that laser is awesome though.
I can't believe I was wrong with which Raiden game it was in. Now I feel bad.
Why would they remove that? It's dumb.
But anyway, yeah, we'll do something like that next episode. In the meantime, though, what was I doing before we got interrupted by Raiden and doing all this stuff? I was checking something on the internet for some reason. What do we need? It wasn't just that, though.
Can't
It was something
remember at
else.
I got sidetracked by the Raiden.
All right.
I didn't remember.
Oh, I know what I was going to do. I didn't even say what I was going to do. I was just going to open up a sound effects editor and start making sound effects.
Oh.
Which,
Cool.
yeah, I think we're too close on time to do that now. So I didn't do anything that we said we were going to do. We mostly just bug fixed today. That's okay, though.
fixing
I actually
is
was pretty
good.
happy with how today went. So,
Sorry I got the show off the rails.
hey, it's okay. It's okay. That's kind of what you're here for, and you didn't have enough time at the beginning of the show to get off the rails so that you didn't have to get it off the rails later. So, and actually, it wasn't you. I mean, this was legit stuff from the viewers. So,
Yes.
Was it?
Some of it.
well, the purple laser wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
looking that up.
Yeah.
So how were you planning on doing that instead of using a Bezier curve?
I was planning on doing it
And,
as a procedural thing, so it actually will just shoot each frame and then have each frame do something like rotate more or less or something. I don't know. Maybe that might not be an easy way to do it, but
We'll figure it out. We'll get there. We'll
yeah,
cross that
I'll probably
bridge
play
when we
around
get
with
to
that
it.
before next episode because that would be.
You mean like you have the direction that it's going to hit a target, and then you have the next target it's going to hit. So you
Yeah.
could put a point in between them and have
Could,
the
like, use
laser
a
rotate
curve.
around that point to get to the next target.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. It still might even. Sometimes I run into things where I do stuff and then it ends up being, oh, that's actually what a Bezier curve does, but in a different way. So I was thinking of it as a frame by frame Bezier curve type thing. So anyway.
Well, Bezier,
Well, Bezier curve, you do okay.
it's on the point.
Yeah, there's keys and there's. Everyone knows what Bezier curve is, right? Here, let me show you what Bezier curve is real quick. I'm just going to create an animation on Game Manager. And we're going to add a curve for transform, position, and I'm going to search to go to curves. And so a Bezier curve is like one of these. So this is a linear curve, and then if I add like a key here, this is a Bezier curve, and then we can add the handles, and then it's really this is a real Bezier curve. Yeah.
Look at it go.
So that's what that is.
Neato.
So new animation I'm going to delete. And I'm going to get rid of the animator on this. We're going to save. We're going to do the Perforce thing, which is what I was forgetting. P4V. And we're going to do perforce.cookingwithunity.com. And right click, reconcile offline work. To actually save the levels and stuff, I'm going to save. And I'm going to close this just in case I didn't have everything saved. I'm going to quit Unity totally just so that we know everything's done. Now we're going to reconcile offline work. Reconcile. Let's look at all the work we did today. So, Game Manager controller, oh, we don't need that, actually, so I'm going to actually revert those. That was from when I did that last thing showing what a Bezier curve was. So we've got a boss intro animation, which is not much of an animation, but it calls a function. I still am on the screen, right? Yes, okay. We've got our design levels 1 and 2 changed to fix bugs. We got move around animation changed so that it starts in the 0, ends in 0. Boss yellow UFO prefab. We added some prefabs. We did the parenting thing. Yeah, we did a lot this episode.
Yeah, seriously.
So, submit. Change list. So, yeah, let's bug fixes galore. Oh, cancel. Still running some command. All right, now I can quit. So, back to the face. Thank you for joining us. Hope you enjoyed the show. Glad to have you here. If you want to email me at pushypixels@pushypixels.com. You can also tweet me at Drakfire. That's DRAKFYRE. You should also buy Phil's game, Robot Alone. It's iOS. It's $1. It's fun. It's a cool game. It's Phil's first game on the store.
My only game.
His only game on the store. And he made it all by himself. So,
yeah. Except for the music. I got that royalty free. Anyway. You could send me an email if you want. That's philip@protosoftworks.com. Or you could look at that painting that I just bought that I was talking about earlier on the show. My Twitter, @magmalemur. That's @MAGMALEMUR. Magmalemur. You should also donate to Cooking with Unity. Do it.
So, status on that. Still haven't printed anything. Still haven't gotten that done. Justin's out of town. So not this weekend, next weekend for real. I do have all of the email information figured out. I'm going to be sending out emails after this show for real to people who have donated and saying that basically just to make sure that if you want the stuff and make sure that your address is still valid, because otherwise I'm going to send it to whatever's on the PayPal account that you used. And yeah, so thank you very much. Really appreciate you guys watching the show, and you guys have a... did you have anything that you wanted to add, or...
No.
Okay, cool. thank you guys for watching the show, and you guys have a great night.
Have a good night.
All right, that wasn't
night.
too bad. Oh, good night. So yeah, that wasn't too bad.
Todd bought me some arts. I've never bought any arts before.
I'm so excited that you have some arts.
It's an original.
It's actually an original. That's awesome.
I know the guy who did it.
Wait, who did it?
My friend August. I met him through board games.
Oh, very cool.
He's at BugFacts on Twitter.
Yeah, I only have 2 original pieces. So
Yeah, I told him he needs to make prints of it. Had like 1,000 retweets or something of it.
that's awesome. Wow, he should totally make prints of
Yeah,
it. Yeah,
he should.
Wait, why is he not making prints of all his art anyway? Isn't that like what you do as a starving artist? Well, I'm not saying that he's starving necessarily. I'm just saying that, like, I just am assuming, as most artists are. Like, I know that's kind of how it goes.
Yeah, I think that's the case.
Yeah.
So.
And includes people who make video games,
Yeah,
by the
you
way.
should- you
I
should
consider
sell
you
your
guys
stuff.
artists, and you should sell your stuff, and you will be starving, or you are starving already. And hopefully will not be starving sometime in the future, but everyone's hoping for that, so who knows.
There's a potential for starvation.
Yeah, there's definitely a potential for starvation.
Mm-hmm.
That's so awesome. So it's an original piece. I didn't even realize that. I should have guessed that when you were getting so excited about it. So that's awesome. Is that your first? So that's your first piece of original art?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I bought art.
Now you're going to become an art collector.
No, I'm not.
No, you're not. You
No,
sure?
because the context of that painting made it so that I wanted to buy it.
Yeah, the two paintings I have.
You're thinking about the painting I now own, aren't you?
Yeah,
And the fact that it's hilarious.
I like the painting that you own. That's
I do
awesome.
too. I'll show you a big picture of it once the show ends and show you the tweet that inspired that painting. Once the show ends. I just don't have good conscience to say what it actually is on the show.
Well, it actually is more disgusting when you describe it in words, I think, than if you
I think
look
so
at it
too.
as a picture.
Yeah,
So
yeah, I agree.
anyway, that's probably enough banter to
It looks like
cut
something
off
that's
something
on a
out.
lot of pottery. Pottery and
Ancient pottery, yes.
stuff.
All right, I don't know if anything else is on the comments.
How do I stop
Let me
this?
just look at the comments.
All right, okay. I'm gonna look at I'm going
Just
to the
one more
comments.
time, the
One more of the
comments.
comments.
Dun dun dun.
It's almost time. Melee collision.
Oh, this is
Wait,
old.
this is old.
Refresh.
But
Refresh.
I'm gonna hit refresh. Oh, that's why you buy non-toxic paint, so you can eat it. Okay, cool. I bought an art once. It was terrible.
Just a face.
Jeff, so chill. It's so true.
I'm not chill. I'm the opposite of chill. All right.
All right. How do I
Oh
stop
God.
this?
How does it stop?
How do you stop it?
How does it
Somehow I got
stop?
rid of my thing that had the window open for stopping things.
Make it stop.
How does it stop?
Stop.